Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to The Avengers, episode 9. This is called Ashes of Roses. I have just watched it. I forgot to listen to it. I forgot to do my intro, so I'm doing it now. Thank you for joining me. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. Thank you for joining me. I just said that, didn't I? Anyway, let's go. I hope you enjoy. And I'll see you at the end for my little review.
Good morning, Mr. Rofi. I'm sorry to bother you with a few more questions, and at home too. But the firm likes to have all the details quite clear. You know how it is.
Oh, don't apologise, old boy. I want this thing cleared up just as much as your insurance people do believe you me. Have a drink?
Thank you. I never drink before lunch.
Oh, nonsense. Gives you an appetite.
And ruins your palate. In any case, I'm a little pressed for time, so if you don't mind.
Oh, of course.
I've been through the reports from the timber yard, or what's left of it, and I took a look round myself.
So did that other chap from your place. What's his name? He said there was nothing wrong from his point of view.
That's why I'm here.
I don't quite follow you, Mr. I didn't get your name.
I believe my colleagues have already made inquiries about your firm's books.
But all destroyed in the fire, of course.
Of course. It's probably been checked already, but could you tell me the name of the bank which handles your company's accounts?
I don't think I see what you're driving at.
Of course not. Let me explain. It's merely that there have been some silly rumours getting about. There always are in these cases.
I don't remember the name of the
Suggestions that
bank.
your firm might have been, well, feeling the draft during the last year or two.
And if you hear any more of that kind of talk, you tell them, before they start slinging mud at me, I wasn't within 500 miles of the yard on that night, and I can prove it.
Oh, naturally, Mr. Rofi. Nobody is suggesting anything else.
That's right. There's no other way it could have happened. One cigarette against the regulations, I know. But if he threw away a dog end...
Mrs. Pritchard says he gave up smoking 2 years ago.
I'm
This
sorry.
guy's now like,
Of course I am. But what do you expect me to do?
tell the truth.
Hello, 110. Steve here. Rofi was just as evasive as we thought, but we're not to worry. I've got a lead. He made the mistake of scribbling a number down on a notepad. I was able to get a hold of the paper beneath. Sharpened a pencil over it, a little bit of carbon dust rubbed in, and Bob's your uncle. A phone number.
But are you going to phone it?
Well, of course I'm going to phone it. I thought I'd just let you know.
Yes, of course. But the personal contact is important. You know what I mean? Just 2 shampoos and sets, is that all?
Yes, sir. Oh, and someone rang. Speaking from Mr. Rofi.
Who? Rofi. Who did he ask for?
That was the trouble. He didn't ask for anybody by name. We don't have any clients called Rofi.
How do you mean he didn't ask for anyone? Did he leave any kind of message? What did he say? All right. Now, Linda, what did this caller want to know exactly? Tell me just what he said. Everything.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was anything important.
No, but you weren't. She wouldn't have been. She wouldn't have known it was
See if you
important.
can fix an appointment for Mr. Richards to see a specialist. Look, Carol, I think you might be able to catch Sister McPhee before lunch. Use the other in reception.
All right.
Now, what the devil are you up to?
You work that girl off her feet. It would do her good to get out in the open air.
Look, don't give me that stuff. Since when did you start worrying about other people's health?
Is that entirely fair, old boy? But since you take this attitude, I'll tell you. I'm going to treat her to a slap-up hairdo at one of the most exclusive salons in the whole of London.
Wants her to find out some information.
And incidentally, she might just be able to pick up some information of which I happen to be in
Incidentally.
need.
And now
Yeah.
we've got to the point.
Don't you think you're being a little unreasonable? I can assure you there'll be absolutely no danger.
Anything can happen with you. Do you want to see the scars?
If we go on like this, she won't get her hair done at all.
Mr. Steed wants to take you out to lunch.
Oh? That's nice.
You deserve it.
Yes. Don't let him talk you into anything stupid.
I mean, that's one big dog. If you put a saddle on him, you could
I feel
ride
bad
him
for
around.
Carol though, because she's going to think, oh, this is like a nice little treat.
What's it all about?
I just want to take you to lunch.
Thank you very much. Why?
Well, Why does anybody want to take a pretty girl to them?
What was all this about a little job?
Oh, that. Did you read about this £100,000 fire at the timber yard down by the river?
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
Jolly bad luck for the insurance companies.
Precisely. In fact, before the fire, the insurance people got worried. That particular firm was doing badly, and then suddenly bumped up the insurance. So, naturally, they got a little suspicious.
You mean it was done on purpose?
Well, they don't know. They put one of their men in as the night watchman.
But wasn't the watchman killed?
Yes. He was trapped in the office and burned to death. At the inquest, the jury returned a verdict of accidental death.
It was
The
one of
rider,
their
the unfortunate
men.
victim of the fire, might have contributed to the accident
That's
by his own
awful.
carelessness.
Surely, if he was one of the insurance men, he...
Exactly.
Mrs. Rofi said you would be.
Mrs. Rofi? I don't think I know her, do I?
You must get so many customers. She recommended me to come to you.
Rofi? No, I don't think I remember that name.
Oh, well, she hasn't been here for ages. Number 5, did you say?
Yes.
Good plan to mention the name.
In job?
Monsieur Barone? Might I have a quick word?
Good afternoon, madame.
Excuse me, madam, what are you doing on that chair?
I was just trying to open the ventilator a bit more. It's a bit stuffy.
Oh, that's as far as it will go, madam. Was it a shampoo and set you wanted?
Yes.
And restyling? Your hair is a little bit lifeless, madam. I suggest I should cut it while it's wet.
Yes, all right.
Then if you could join me at the sink, I'll just start the shampoo. Didn't Miss Chapman mention something about a gentleman?
Who?
A friend emigrating to New Zealand?
Oh, him. Yes, that's right.
Yes. Then we must do something very special for you, mustn't we? I think this will be hot enough for you. If you're
Are they
ready
gonna
for the
do something to
dryer,
her?
madame, it will take a little while to heat up. Here's the switch. When it gets too hot, switch it to medium.
All right.
I'll come back later and see how you're getting on.
Oof, it's getting a bit hot.
She's been electrocuted.
I felt so ashamed and so stupid. It was all my fault.
Why?
I did the Rofi thing so badly. I'm sure they all suspected I was up to something. I was terribly obvious.
I think they'd forgotten Mr. Rofi by the time I arrived. I suppose he'll have to be told.
Yep.
He'll forbid you to leave the surgery again without an escort.
Let's not tell him.
Not tell him. I don't think that's quite ethical.
Please.
Well, all right. If you really think so.
It wasn't your fault anyway. If I hadn't been such a blundering idiot.
You weren't
Yeah,
a
but-
blundering idiot. But you may have
That's not her
blundered
job, so
something.
she's
No, I
not going to
don't
know
think
how
they
to
tried to
handle
kill
the
you.
situations.
That's nice to know.
They can't have. I never knew her that well. I wondered if I could look her up, that's all.
Sorry, I don't know any Beryl here. Must have been a long time ago.
Quite a while. The old place hasn't changed much.
Really?
Yes, it could do with a bit of a facelift. Cigarette?
No, thank you.
I hope you don't mind if I have one.
Well, I must lock up. Sorry I couldn't help you about Beryl.
I've enjoyed meeting you so much. Perhaps you'll let me give you a lift. My car's outside.
Outside. That's... Oh. That's your car, is it?
Yeah.
Would you just get into a random
Is
guy's
that a
car?
gold cigarette lighter?
No, I've never really noticed. But it wasn't from a very angelic motive.
Oh. Do tell me more.
I want you to do something for me.
Whatever can you mean?
I want you to answer some questions. Sit up and try and concentrate. You can't think straight if you loll about like
Are
that.
you mad? What are you talking about? Questions?
It's about Maurice Rofi.
Who?
Do you know Rofi well?
Know him? I've never heard of him.
Try again. Let's talk about Jean.
Jean? Lewis? At the salon? Look here. Who are you? A policeman?
You knew that dryer was fixed for Jean Lewis, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone in the salon must have known it was fixed.
And I didn't know I was spending the evening with the pride of Scotland Yard.
Sit down.
I'm going home.
Sit down and stop talking.
I'm not answering any more questions.
Who's asking any more questions?
Maybe I will sit down.
Wait, he just sleeps with her?
I'm ever so...
Linda, I told you I don't want to be disturbed.
There's a gentleman outside. Wants to see you.
Actually, he's inside now. Good afternoon, Monsieur Barone.
I'm sorry.
I love
as you
that.
can see, I'm engaged at present. If you care to wait outside,
This won't take a moment.
some other time perhaps. Miss Chapman, please show the gentleman out. Right away, please.
Have you got a key to fit it?
Something's probably happened to her.
Practically anything. They come in handy from time to time. They should be a doddle. Easy. I think with any luck, this might be. My. He does shower her with gifts. Flowers, chocolates, perfume. All very expensive varieties, aren't they?
I'll switch off the gramophone.
It must be in that alcove behind the curtain. All right, stay calm.
Is she...
Yes, strangled. Phone the police.
Scotland Yard?
999.
I don't know. I suppose not.
That's my girl. If I wait here, we might miss the Barones altogether. I'm going straight to Victoria. To
So it was
try and
them.
All right.
find- The police will be here very soon.
I hope so.
Oh, and make sure it is the police before you open the door. Nothing.
Here. What the devil are you doing in here?
Good evening, Mr. Barone. Where's your charming wife?
What's it to do with you? Who are you anyway?
You don't remember me?
Are you crazy? I'm calling a copper.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'll call the police when I'm ready for them.
What?
When did you last see Jean Lewis?
Jean Lewis?
Did you know she was dead?
Dead? I'm sorry to hear that.
I asked if you knew.
How should I know? What was it, a street accident?
No, she was strangled. She wasn't bright enough to keep her mouth shut.
I suppose you know what you're talking about. I don't.
Perhaps Johnny Mendelssohn knows.
Who?
The man I met in your office. You didn't introduce me, but we're old friends. I first met in 49. He got 4 years for forgery, then dope peddling, and now arson.
What are you getting at?
Their last client was Maurice Rofi. They did a good job for him.
Rofi? Rofi? I don't even know the man.
No. Well, Mendelssohn rang him from your office. That's how I got onto you in the first place. You know, you're just greedy. I take it Mrs. B must have seen me get onto the train and realised the game was up. Cleared out, leaving you to face a murder charge.
I didn't kill her.
Well, who did?
She did. Olive. This was all her idea. She was jealous of her, you see. She said Jean had to be kept quiet.
Ah, so you did know about it. You admit you were an accessory to murder. You'll get at least 10 years.
Oh, if you take me in, I can still run.
Yes, very good
Go on
point.
then.
No!
You're not exactly the queen of stealth.
Get off me!
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
You could, but I wouldn't advise it.
I work here. I left my purse and my door key here, and I couldn't get into my flat. Who are you?
The night watchman. Empty your bag.
Why should I?
Do what I tell you.
How? You're breaking my arm!
Do it.
Well, they're just going to burn her.
There you were.
He's from the police.
Try any tricks and you'll wish it was the police. Cut the girl loose.
Why should we?
This is why. It is loaded.
This was the first early night I'd had for weeks.
Well, I'm the lucky one. The fire never touched me at all.
It was more by luck than good judgment. Here's your flask. Ooh, hot. It's just come from a hot place. You should know.
Be nice to him. He was very brave. After all, he did save Madame Barone's life.
Yes, so that when she gets out of hospital, she'll be tried for the murder of Jean Lewis.
Yeah.
What happened to the rest of them?
Barone's been arrested,
Good.
and Mendelssohn's back inside.
Good.
Some colleagues of mine were waiting outside for him. They brought him down when he tried to make a break for it. Serves him right. Damn near shot my foot off.
Okay, I actually really enjoyed that one. That's another one that I wish we could see in real time, because again, there are those little moments, especially when there was that fight scene when they went back to the salon, when Carol was tied up. It's those moments when I find it trickier to kind of fully get a grasp on what's going on, especially without pictures and stuff. But I really liked the concept, really liked the concept. I liked that we had more of Carol. I think Carol did a really good job, considering, because obviously like Dr. Keel as well has come from being a doctor to kind of being involved in all of this. And the same with Carol. I feel like we've not really had Dr. Keel that much recently, so hopefully in the next one we have him a little bit more. But I really enjoyed it. The next one is called Hunt the Man Down. And then got this, yeah. Ashes of Roses, Hunt the Man Down. So 1, 2, 3, 3 more, and then we're back onto recons. Oh yeah. Oh, and then an episode, which is just very exciting. 3 more audios to go. I'm actually very proud of myself for like pushing through with the audios. So yes, let me know your thoughts on that episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon for episode 10. Bye.